Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Bitter Demise. We do have our first matchup here between Shadowmane and Serenity. It's going to be a clown set here. I'm really excited to see what both teams can do. I've not commentated either of these teams yet, and a clown set is definitely not the regular kind of set you see. So I'm really eager to see what both sides can do. We do see an early check on lockers there. Really interesting loadout here as well. We're going to see Sloppy Butcher coming in to combat with like Eruption here, Pain Res and Rapid Brutality. Really interesting build, really going to make chases be cut down in time, really get the downs really relatively fast. And we should be looking at some quick downs as a result of that. We do see two survivors pressuring the gens here. The clown right now in chase with Nancy, going to get that tag there. And we do see a pallet stun as well. And I do believe smash hit here from the Nancy, but we are going to actually see a down really early on. Good position here from our clown to get such an early down. We are going to see Pain Res hopefully coming in clutch here for our killer from Shadowmane, and it is going to be right now one fresh and one regular hook for Shadowmane with Serenity on Survivor. We see right now our clown even keeping an eye on the generators, making sure to pressure them as much as he can, while also we do actually see the unhooks happened already. Very, very aggressive here. We do see once again a down on the Nancy, really committing to this tunnel out right now. And we do see one gen popping as well. Second hook here for Shadowmane with one fresh, looking at the tunnel out in a really good position. We do see the survivors actively working on these gens. Two gens popping. Really, really good position here. We do see an amazing tag there as well. We see the commitment here to the tunnel out on Benjazi, on the Nancy. Two gens being done. All it's got here is a Z-wall. Not too much value. We're trying to get as much value as we can out of it though. And we are going to see Rapid Brutality coming in clutch. Going to make it a little bit quicker to get to that hook here as well. We do see a third gen being popped here from our survivors from Serenity. We do see the tunnel out being complete here on the Nancy. We do see a cheeky little flashlight there from our Detective Tap. It's going to try and get the clown to chase him. Going to waste some time here so that the gens can get done. We are going to see him managing to get the pallet stun here. Maybe not, working around it. Mind gaming, the clown mind gaming back here. We are going to see our survivor here trying to make it to that pallet. Does get zoned here by the clown. We do see the bottle going down. We're going to see a down here. Beautiful. Trying to force lock and not being able to make it in time, though. We do see a down. Rapid Brutality once again. Going to make it a little bit quicker for our killer here to get to the hook. We do see right now a fourth hook, and I do believe a second fresh here. We do see our killer just trying to keep an eye on these gens, maybe trying to force a 3-gen on the survivors. Also wondering where they have gotten to, whether they're stealthing maybe like for a reset here, whether they could be working on a strategy to get the gens done, but to obviously spread out. We do see our survivor here, our detective Tap, going comp corner, forcing some pressure. We do see the 4th gen has actually popped as well here. And our killer in a really good position here. Looking like it's going to be a 2v1 here at 1 gen. They might actually be able to get the last gen done, but it doesn't look very optimistic here for our killer, for our survivors here, unfortunately. We are going to see once again the chase is going to be ensued on the ace here. We do get the down. Rapid Brutality coming in clutch once again. And we are going to see a slug here. Really trying to force a 4k1 result here. It's going to be difficult to do. This killer being really, really optimistic. You see a tag there. I think it might be leading into a down as well. Yeah. Oh, we are actually going to get a confirmed down. Very delayed hit there with the pallets then coming in clutch as well. Really, really being optimistic here, this killer. Going for the 4k1 result. Absolutely incredible to see. Although I do think we're going to see the pickup here on the Slug Survivor as well. We do see the wiggle out. Very surprising here. And our plan has gone awry here from our killer to get a 4k1. So our survivors right now are managing to reset. We do see a 6th hook here and a 3rd fresh. Our killer really putting boots to arses, so to speak, really putting himself in a good position, really making these survivors struggle right now. I don't think we're going to be seeing a 4k1 result at the moment, unless there is a mishap from our survivors. We are going to see the attempted tunnel out here on our detective tap. We do see the down happening as well. We do see the tunnel out happening, and it is now a 2v1 situation. Really, really bad here for our survivors. Oh. I think we are going to be seeing a 4K1 result in the end after all. As we have now seen a 2v1, making it really, really difficult for our survivors to actually manage right now. So I think it is all but confirmed here as well. Just a very dangerous situation here. And we do see a confirmed 4K1. Absolutely incredible performance here from our killer. I think he's done an amazing job, and the survivors have as well. We are going to see a 4K1 from Shadowmane here, and Serenity now going to have to beat that challenge and beat that win condition. We're now going to be seeing Serenity on Killer with Shadowmane on Survivor here. Oh, an aggressive start here with the pallet stun. And looking like we're going to be getting it down really, really early on here. Corrupt isn't going to be up for long at all, as we do see a beautiful down here on Zyx. And the pallet stun not doing much at all. And our Killer reloading here. Well, they was going to reload. Instead, did swap to a different bottle, I do believe. I think we're going to be going basement here with our first hook. Killer looking at the RNG here. Actually going to decide to hook here near Fun Bus. And we do see the pain res coming in clutch here with a first hook really, really early on. Really good start here from Serenity. Definitely looking to push for that win con. And maybe we're going to see a 4K2 here with the way this is starting off. It's really, really impressive to see such an aggressive performance from a clown set. I've not seen anything like it, and I'm really loving it so far. It makes me excited to see what can happen for the rest of the match. What kind of mind games and unique plays we're going to see happen, and we do see it down as well so early on. Such an aggressive performance. Yeah, I'm baffled right now with how things are going. We do need to see, honestly, somebody coming in and taking a hit here, as things are spiraling out of control relatively early on here, and it doesn't look good for our Survivor team here. Shadowmane, who really needs to be able to regroup, reassess the situation, come up with a new strategy right now, and just be able to slow the pacing of the match down. We do see another hook happening as well. Right now, 2 hooks, 2 fresh for Serenity here. Shadowmane managing to get 1 gen done, but we're going to really have to see much stronger performance here, because the struggle is real right now for our survivors. And as unfortunate as it's to say, we're going to have to see them coming up with some sort of new strategy here to be able to bounce back and just apply some additional pressure here. We are going to see our Killer just proxying this this hook and confirming a kill here, which is looks to be what's going to happen. And it's not a bad situation for our Killer here. Really strong start, actually. And we still have 3 pain reses he can use. And if he can force this death here, we're going to be looking at a 3v1 with 4 gens to do. And I honestly think that's going to end up resulting in a 4k2 scenario. He needs to get the tag and prevent right now. And oh, an amazing strategy there. Confirming the kill by spamming with the bottles. Not much the Survivor can do. And we are going to see him going down at Shack unless he can get to pallet in time. We do actually see him managing to get window. Our Killer here being really, really aggressive. We do see it being a 3v1 with 4 gens. Not ideal for our survivors. We're going to have to see some really, really aggressive counterplay here on the generators in order to actually make this a winnable situation or even a tie. Because right now things are just really, really awkward. We do see the mind game from the survivor, but the slowdown because of the bottle leads into that first down here for the Feng Min. Yeah, our clown really in a dominating position here. We do see the unhook happening as well here. And our survivors being relatively altruistic right now, which might be their downfall, unfortunate as it would be to say. We do not have a good position, but we do see another gen popping. Some fight is coming back from Shadowmane here. As we see them managing to pop another gen, and we need to see 2 more in order to be able to reach a tiebreaker scenario. And our killer, in true fashion, is probably going to be looking to, right now, to kind of probably camp. Right now, sitting on a 5 stage. Our killer is in a really good position. Does have 2 injured survivors here. I think we're going to see a 4k3. They need to spread away from this filler pallet. We're looking at a 4k3. Unless something magical can happen, but I don't think it's going to be possible. Doesn't get to a pallet in time, and we do actually see a 4k3 result. Really, really incredible performance here from both sides. I think maybe the ping definitely was maybe a factor. And yeah, it's just going to result in this 4k3 and a really aggressive performance here from our clown, who did manage to force a kill by spamming the bottles. Really unique strategy where not much you can do about it, to be honest. Really, really aggressive. Incredible to see. 4k3 result. Very, very surprising. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Bitter Demise. We do have an exciting match here. It's going to be a Chucky set between Serenity and Shadowmane here. We do have Serenity on the killer, and I'm excited to see what they can do. We did see a really aggressive match beforehand, and hopefully this is going to be equally as aggressive. And we do see a really good tag here as well. Mate. Chucky sets are so rare to see, I think, in comp. Especially seeing one being played out on Hawkins. It's going to be really, really interesting for our survivors to try and adapt to this. And to try and get used to this kind of map for Chucky. Definitely a harder situation for them to play on. But that's kind of the fun in it. The fun is kind of in the challenge and not being used to this kind of circumstance. And it definitely allows for some unique gameplay, some fast-paced gameplay here. And we do see our first down here on the Feng Min. We are going to see Pain Res as well, not being used just right this second, but we are going to see it come in clutch later on, with Ruin and Dying as a backup here as well. We do see our killer finding the reset here and getting a tag relatively early on, and this could be flashbacks here of the previous set we just saw. What a beautiful tag in power there. It's honestly looking like it's going to swing in the killer's direction. No pun intended with the swing with the knife and all. But yeah, really aggressive so far. Our survivor's going to have to struggle to try and reset here. We do see the unhook happening via the Lara, of course. Going to have to see the Feng trying to take a hit here. maybe it is better. Oh, we see a missed opportunity there from our killer. We do see chase happening with the Lara. A little bit of aura reveal from Undying. Gonna have to see a pre-drop with the pallet. No chance for a mind game. We do see Lara getting stuck here. And just, yeah, getting stuck in that awkward position. It's going to be a second hook here and a second fresh for our killer here. Really aggressive playstyle with yet one gen to be completed here. I think both sides really being thrown off from this map. The killer clearly benefiting from this. But I'm excited to see how the other side will do on killer. We do finally see Pain Res coming in clutch here as well. We do see the pre-drop there on the pallet. Beautiful mind game here as we are going to go up top here onto the rafters. Going to try and get that pallet, and it does not make it in time, unfortunately. And I think we're going to see Zyx here going second stage. We actually see the unhook happen. Oh, incredible hit there with power. Turning it into a down. Looking at a 4k5 potentially if our team doesn't manage to sort themselves out right now. Really, really bad position to be in, unfortunately. Wow.
Come here, sweet cheek.
We do see a first gen being done. So the situation definitely improving here. Oh. No, I'm having brain farts here. I've just realised actually. Wait. Yeah. Do see our Suarez resetting here. Probably the best scenario right now because they're in a really dire situation here. With the proxy definitely applying a lot of pressure. Really just having to work on the gens to get an optimal win con here. Our survivors are very much struggling. Going all in to try and get the unhook, and was just very, very unlucky. We are seeing the mind games here from our survivor, and the killer getting ready to slice and dice. Going to get a tag here.
Just stay down already.
It's a bad situation to be in. We need our survivors to try and get another gen done. With it being a 3v1, it's going to be really, really difficult to do so, though. Going to be working on getting a reset, and our Yui in such a bad position here, unfortunately. Not where you want to be if you're this survivor team right now. And unluckily, we do see a 4k4. Simply a very unique set, I'm sure. Obviously, they've tried to prepare for this set and have tried to obviously scrim this And I think, unfortunately, it's just sometimes ping obviously can make a difference. And this is a very different and unique set, and sometimes it requires potentially a bit more practice. Both sides have obviously tried really well. A really good, strong killer performance. Survivors, I feel, just got caught out of place sometimes, and just caught resetting, obviously, which is prone to happen. Just good memory, I suppose, from the killer, and good prediction, and just caught the survivors off guard, really. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Bit of Demise. We have the second half of our second set here. It's going to be a Chucky set, and we do see Shadowmane on the killer here. We did see a really aggressive performance from Serenity beforehand. Oh, that's a very delayed pallet stun there. We do see our killer here. Going to be going for some slice and dice action. Going to be looking around for the survivors here as well. Really interesting build. Really going to throw our survivors off. It's going to be really, really aggressive if he can manage to get away with this build. We do see a survivor here. Gonna continue the chase. Oh, not quite managing to get the tag there. Very, very unfortunate here. We do see a firecracker play there to waste some of the killer's time. And we do see our killer struggling here to find the survivors. We have found them though. Slice and dice time. Hit and run action here on the Nia. Going to try and get the Jake as well.
Hello? Anybody there?
And we do see the survivors spreading out like wildfire here. Really trying to make it difficult for our killer. But we are going to see, very unlucky there, a bit of a mess up on part of the killer there with the slice and dice ability. We are going to see real aggressive pressure on these generators from Serenity here. We do see a tag there. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. And we're going to see the tag on the Jake as well. Absolutely incredible. 3 stacks right now. 1 more stack and it could be lethal. It could be game over. Because unless this team has absolutely incredible comms, we're going to see a 4th stack resulting in maybe all of them being hooked and not knowing where they would be. We need to get that last survivor. We need to get the Claudette tagged if I'm not mistaken. Killer really going for an aggressive build here. I'll be absolutely amazed if he can make a 4k5. Would be absolutely baffling to see. And it could be what's going to happen here if they can't get rid of this Hex Totem. We do see the 4th stack. Can our killer manage to get the full value out of this? Can he manage to... what's the right word? Can he manage to improvise and manage to get the best out of this situation? Getting all of them down, getting all of them slugged. Resulting in a 4k5. It could happen. We do see a missed hit there with ability. We are going to see our survivors try and recover here. None of them know where each other's are right now. All aura out the window here. Really dangerous situation our killers put them in. Knowing where the totem is. But right now our survivors really in a bad position. I do see 1 gen popping though. And that is tie condition right now. The survivor is running, is making distance. And we do see the Nia taking a hit here for the Claudette. Do see some undying aura value there as well. Very, very good hit. 2 survivors slugged right now. The Hex Totem becoming a real problem for these survivors. They need to get rid of it, take it out of the equation here, or else it might be goodnight Irene, as they say. It might be a 4k5. Our killer getting another tag. We do have 2 survivors bleeding out on the floor. The totem not being done. Survivors working really hard to get that 2nd gen done and meet the win con here. But right now it's looking really tricky with 2 survivors bleeding out. We could be looking at a 4k5. Unlucky to miss that. It's going to get the tag though. Isn't going to make the window. We have 3 slugged and down on the floor. And I stand corrected, 4k4. But it might be a tie condition here. Real dangerous scenario here from this killer, creating such a serious situation which the survivors now know the intensity of. You see a beautiful mind game. Ooh, and not going to be able to get that survivor. Absolutely crazy to see that.
Scared of a doll? Really?
We do see another down. She is going to bleed out here. Probably the most unique set I've casted in a long time. A set based on full-on bleed outs and slugging. And honestly, this is really unique to see here. To see such a strange build. And the survivor's really being hindered by it. We now see a full bleed out. And I just don't have the words for this. It's definitely slowed the game down. Put the things in the killer's pace. And yeah, our survivor's not being able to recover from it at all. And not knowing where the totem is, because this map is very inconsistent with totem spawns. And killer taking full advantage of this. And really being able to prioritize from it and turn one perk into a very deadly situation, which our survivor's just not being able to recover from here. Gonna keep tabs on the generators here though, knowing that they're trying to work on that 2nd gen. Our killer right now proxying these gens, looking for our survivors here, wondering where they have got to. I think they might be on the upstairs gen, the solo gen, as they don't appear to be on any of the ground floor ones. I think a reset is happening somewhere. Reset has happened, and they may be stealthing this out now, looking for this totem potentially, knowing that it is causing some problems. And we're going to see a slice and dice. Going to get the tag here on the Claudette. We do see the Jake as well. This could be a 4k4 incoming, ladies and gentlemen. Really strong position to be in from this killer. Really bad position for our survivors, as we do see, unfortunately, a missed attempt there from our killer. Just about managing to scurry away this Jake. And we see no pallet here. We're going to see a down. Struggles to get to the pallet and actually manages to make it somehow. Going to be the mind game of the century here. Not managing to reach the Jake though, as he just scurry away round that corner. This might be enough wasted time here for us to see the 2nd gen being popped as well. We do see some interesting mind games here from the Nia. You have to wonder if our survivors here are on gens right now, as we need to see that second gen popping to ensure a win condition here for our survivor team Serenity. Because right now, this Hex Tome still being up, it's causing a lot of damage, it's causing mass mayhem for our survivors, and we're not being able to see a gen getting done. Just constant chase after chase. We do see one at relatively high progress though. Is the killer aware of this? Two gens almost done. Our killer needs to find the Claudette right now. Otherwise it is going to be GG's. And we do see our killer. And there we go. We do have the condition being met. Rather unfortunate there. Does manage to get the down, but the gen has been popped. We will see a victory here going to Serenity. Really insane performance here though from Zyx. With such a unique build, being able to apply such pressure, getting a kill via the slug as well. So yeah, right now things are just really unique, to say the least. I do believe we're going to be seeing a 4K2 here. Still a very strong performance here from our killer. Slightly unfortunate that it didn't manage to meet the win condition, but a very good, effective performance. Very unique from this team, from this killer.
Let's do this.
And we do see the confirmed 4K2 result as expected. Real tight game, really aggressive playstyle here from our killer. Very unique and not personally seen before, at least on part of me. And I think our killer can be proud that they almost flipped their opponent upside down. Definitely confused them a lot, really threw them off their game. And I think it's a performance to be proud of. I think it's absolutely incredible to see strategies like that being come up with in comp, and I think because it's so different and so unique, just to not have it be expected, I guess, and it really turns your opponent's thought process backwards. And it did work for a good amount of time, but that's why I managed to knuckle down and get them gens done in the end. So very good performance from both sides, but we do see the result going to Serenity here, who will be getting a 2-0 victory.